All right, guys, today we're going to solve quadratics by factoring and find zeros of quadratics. The weird thing is they're really the same thing. So I'm going to show you 4 examples real quick and move on. Here we go. It says solve that quadratic equation. And we're going to do it by factoring when we can because this is the quickest way. You need to start off by having all of your terms on one side of the equation and setting it equal to 0. Then that's factor. I'm looking for factors of 45 that give me a -4. And that obviously is -9 and +5. Now, don't be happy because you got there. It says solve. Your solution is going to be whatever makes your parentheses 0. So I have an x minus 9, and 9 would make that one 0. I have an x plus 5, -5 would make that 0. And that's how we're going to solve them. Let's look at one more, a little tougher. Again, start off by getting one side equal to 0. And this is slide divide slide. That's why I picked it. I want to go for slide divide slide with you one more time. Let's slide the 3 with the 2, make that a 6. Now factor. That's going to be x minus 6, x plus 1 is not 3 and 2. It looks like it's going to be 3 and 2. It's actually 6 and 1. Not done. Okay, that's the slide part. Now I'm going to divide by the same number that I slid, which was a 3. Now, if you want to, you can stop right there and just do slide divide when you're solving because I already know what's going to make those parentheses 0. 6 over 3, that's really 2. So what makes x minus 2 0? 2 does. That next parenthesis says x plus 1/3. What makes that parentheses 0? -1/3. Okay, so you can get away on slide divide slide when you're solving equations with just doing slide divide and then seeing what your solution is going to be. All right. Now, the other part of the lesson is we're going to find the zeros. Now, here's the thing about finding zeros of a function. Don't forget what the word zeros mean. Remember, zeros are also x-intercepts. They're also solutions. So all we're going to do is we're going to put a 0 where the f of x was and solve that thing. Now, this is a different factoring still. I'd put different examples up here because I want to review all the factoring we've done. So the first step you always do when you start to factor is take out a GCF. Both of these terms have an x. So I'm going to pull out the x now. That's all I can do now. What makes them 0? I'm not really doing x equals this time. When you're doing zeros, I guess you can. Let's go ahead and do x equals. First of all, what makes that 0? 0 does. That's kind of weird, but if you pull an x out, one of your solutions is going to be 0. X minus 8, what makes that 0? 8 does. And there's your 2 zeros, also your 2 x-intercepts, also your 2 solutions. One more. Okay, let's go one more slide divide slide. Put a 0 right there. I'm going to go ahead and slide that 2. And when I slide the 2, multiply by the 12, it's going to be 24. Now I'm ready to factor because there's a 1 in the front, which is what I like. Factors of 24 that add up to be 11 or 8 and 3. Don't forget to divide. All right, divide. Now, again, said this a second ago, but when you're solving, you don't have to slide again. Like you should know that 8 divided by 2 is 4. So that parentheses is really x minus 4. So what makes it 0? 4. What makes this parentheses 0? Positive 3/2. And that should be good. All right, so again, those are where, if you were to graph it, those are where your x-intercepts would be. I'm going to keep on saying that because I want you to get that in your head that zeros and x-intercepts are the same thing. All right, hope that was pretty good. Hope you got it, and I will see you tomorrow. We'll obviously work on it like we always do. See you then.